That's right, ladies and gentlemen of Conroe. You are listening to the greatest show in the history of the recorded universe, Nerd Thug Radio.
That's a true story.
That's right. I am Corey DLG. With me, as occasionally, is Nico DLG.
I'm here.
And we have a special guest host for you today, Zach Attack.
Yes.
The Zach Attack.
Did you see my modified fighting style just then?
I did.
I've really stepped my fighting game up.
Your invisible fighting, your imaginary fighting game
As you know, from second grade through 12th grade, my fighting style was thusly.
Right. I call it the Irish Leprechaun.
Yeah, fair enough. That's actually what it's modeled after.
The squabbing Irish.
But to win these hypothetical fights that I never seem to encounter, I've modified my fighting style to be thusly.
For those who don't know, he's just swinging wildly, knocking over stuff.
Oh,
he almost just fell over.
Fighting!
Apparently, balance and skill are not required to win these imaginary fights.
The trick is to yell "fighting" when you get into a fight, I think.
I feel
that way everybody involved knows what's happening.
I think that while you won't win these fights, you will be memorable and well recorded and seen virally.
Fighting!
Right. I think people are going to definitely dig that when they film it. And then, by the way, you can see Zach at fight clubs worldwide. Check your basement of every major office. They don't
Undefeated.
What is that Star website? World Star? World Star!
Right.
World Star.
Where they have all the fighting. All I need now is a Burger King parking lot and or a vine or grape stomping festival, and I will be an internet sensation.
That's true. They don't talk about it, but they're there. The fight club.
Zach, undefeated champion of fighting.
I am, in fact, undefeated.
That, sadly, is
I think
true.
that's worth noting.
I am very defeated in life.
That is accurate.
But Zach is undefeated because you know what I always hate. I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the show or not before, but you and I obviously we grew up together.
Yep.
And
obviously, like they would know.
20 years. I've known Corey 20 years this year.
Wow, that's cool.
That is crazy, right?
That's longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it isn't. It's longer than I've been alive.
It's got to be longer than that.
No, 6th grade,
6th
13,
grade.
14, 20 years.
You were 14, and are you older than me? We turned 14.
It was 6th grade, so like 13.
We were like
ish,
11, 12-ish. Because you turned 14. I turned 15 my freshman year of high school.
Yeah, so 13 would have been 7th grade.
Right, and we met
For
in
you?
6th grade.
Okay, so 21
12.
years.
I'm 34.
So 21 years.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah, that's
I'll be
crazy.
35 this year.
That's crazy.
22 years I've known you.
Old man.
Yeah, I'm not getting any younger, man.
Yeah, you are old. Although, your beard isn't as gray as the last episode led me to believe.
So here's what I think is happening. Now I'm just much happier these days. I don't stress out as much. My beard's ungraying itself.
That's true. You probably have cured grayness.
Right. I mean, I am an incredible curer of the gray.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I believe
If I can cure lactose intolerance, you can cure grayness for sure.
I don't see why not.
Anyway, what haven't we talked about?
So you, for all of your credit that you get as being a great kid, were a terrible kid.
What do you mean?
And for
Wait a
all
minute.
of
What do you mean all the credit I get for being a great kid?
Like everyone somehow
like
was
my parents?
Yeah,
Like Zach
everyone
can do no wrong?
Right. Everyone was under the impression when we were growing up that you were the good kid and I was the bad kid. Because I come from the broken home, then the troubled home, and you came from a loving set where everyone just said.
But
Zach
objectively, that's true. You were worse than me.
I just didn't take guff from people, and we're going to put that nicely. But you instigated bigger trouble for us. Like, you would make whole, authority figures mad at us, whereas I would just tell people to go F themselves.
Yeah, I would get institutions angry with us.
Right. Like, you would make whole...
That's fair.
Bowling alleys kicked us out. Like, things would go down because of you that I could never... Like, whereas I can make 5 people in a room mad at us, you could somehow get an entire business to hate us.
Yeah, that is accurate.
So, like, the level...
Like the time the cops thought I stole my own car and came and questioned me at the church softball practice while I was coaching.
Right.
That happened.
Right. Then they accused you of not being at the funeral your entire family saw you at.
Yep. Tried to turn my parents against me. Yeah, one of your parents said you weren't really there. I was like, that's convenient. Like, both of them didn't agree I wasn't there.
Which one said I wasn't there? That's odd, because they were both with me there.
Maybe they stole the car.
Did you check their alibis?
Yeah. Or my other car is your mom bumper stickers.
Right, that did happen. So whereas like 1 or 2 people would get mad at me, and that does result in a fight, a whole room of people would get mad at us, and we'd have to leave, so there would never be a fight when Zach would make everyone mad.
Right.
So whereas I have
because they couldn't unify in their hatred of me.
Right. They all hated different things about him. They just all
couldn't band together.
Right. Not fast enough, at least. Like if
Couldn't
we
established a democracy. of
Right, if we'd have
anti-deck
given them another-
sentiments.
if we'd have given them another 10 minutes, they'd have found the pitchforks.
I am really
But-
good at reading a room. Like I can't pick up on individual social cues, but like I get a
That
good
room.
feel of an atmosphere in a room. Like
Right.
I immediately know when I'm hated when I walk into a room. I'm
That's
like,
fair.
ooh, it's
Oh,
cloudy
it's
in
Spicy.
here.
Yeah. So whereas I have lost individual fights, Zach has never been in one because the whole room can't agree faster than
It
you.
would be like a village. It would
Undefeated.
be a Frankenstein pitchfork situation if I were ever to get into an altercation.
Right.
Right.
Because more and more people would just keep showing up. Oh, we're fighting Zach? Okay, let's get...
Get him.
Yeah, I remember that time from 1999 when he was such
What
a
time?
jerk.
What day?
Right. Yeah, the bumper sticker thing was funny. That was a good time.
That was a good time.
That was a good time. Yeah, so... Yeah, you are undefeated, whereas...
I am undefeated.
Actually,
Undefeated.
and I just took a new loss this week, if you could see my
Yeah.
face.
Oh, pull up the Corey cam.
Yeah.
That's rough looking.
So, I actually lost a fight with my floor the other day.
Not your floor, to
Not
be
my
fair.
floor. My parents' floor. I'm house sitting for my parents, and my bed is lower to the ground than their bed. Their bed is... I don't understand why, like, adults do this thing where they get further and further up in the air
Oh,
with
I
their
love
beds.
it. I love it.
Really? Like,
Yeah, I legitimately wish I had to climb a ladder to get into bed.
well, I don't understand what that is because, like...
I don't either. I love bunk beds. I like sleeping high off the ground. It's that primate instinct, right?
Is that what it is?
Height is safety.
Are my parents turning into orangutans? Is
Yeah.
that what's happening?
Orangutans.
There's
There's no G on the end of that word.
orangutan. Yeah. Like, that's where we grind them up into the powder for the space orange juice.
Yes.
Tangerines.
Yeah. Orangutan. Orangutangerines. You're right.
Tangerine. I've been pronouncing that word wrong my whole life.
So anyway, yeah, their bed is freakishly high off the ground, and I do actually genuinely mean it's like a solid, possibly 3 feet from the top of the bed to the ground. And my situation is not that. I don't see the need to. I like to lay down. I would sleep on a floor if it were comfortable. So I don't need to be off the ground. Like, it's weird to me that people need this elevation for something. I don't know what it's for. But I mean, it's not like any of the things you're afraid of while you're asleep can still get to you.
Yeah.
From spiders to vampires.
It's the
like,
lizard.
none of it is safe.
It's the monkey part of our brain,
Is that
right?
what it is?
Like it's the same thing that wakes us up in our sleep.
Somewhere Stephen Baldwin is very upset with
It's like
me
where
right
we're
now.
leaning off the edge of the tree and we wake ourselves up so we don't fall down and die.
So anyway, I woke up and I was trying to stealthily roll out of bed. They have dogs. I like to let the dogs sleep in the bed with me. I like to think that makes me the favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think they know it.
I mean, it's not like it's your bed.
Right. Yeah. So as I'm trying to not wake them up while I get out of bed because I don't want to mess with them when I come back, I kind of do like this little ninja roll, and for a second I forget that I'm not at home.
Sorry.
Ninja roll.
Ninja
Yeah,
roll,
let's. I feel like you don't know what one of those words mean because I know you,
Yeah.
and I would never describe anything you do with either of those words actually, and certainly not together.
Well, ninja roll
Like you have the dexterity of
of a ninja.
like a blind sloth.
I've seen sloths just fall out of trees because they lose
Right.
grip strength.
Right. If I had to, it's
I've seen sloths fall asleep and fall out of things.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the story that Corey is relating
Right,
to
I'd
us
like to
right
argue
now.
with it, except for the fact that I literally
Right.
fell face.
So you rolled out of bed.
Yeah, and the ground wasn't immediately where it almost always is for me when I roll out of bed. Typically, what happens when I roll out of bed, my foot touches the ground, and I'm already kind of in a forward motion, so I'm immediately standing up. It's like convenient.
Okay.
This time, however, there's no ground where my foot thinks there's ground, so I plummet.
So it's like a stumble fall and then face first.
So because I'm going forward already before, it's all one motion. So now I'm just literally,
Immediately face
just
first in the ground.
flung myself towards the ground. Essentially, is what I
Could have
did.
been bad.
I pulled the ground up real fast towards me.
Right. So
Like you could have driven the bone from your nose into your brain and died by. God, as much fun as I make of you, but
Right.
literally getting out of bed.
literally
would've
get out of
killed
bed.
you.
Yeah. See, turns out napping is crucial. But yeah, so
I would have been sad that you died, but I would give anything to give that eulogy.
Oh my god! So I hit the
me
ground
a-
so hard though.
Corey
like,
died like he lived,
Yeah.
struggling to stand.
Right. So literally, face first into the carpet. So hard I have rug burn on my face now.
That's rough.
I thought I broke my nose when I did it because my nose made a noise and it also hurt immensely. And when I came up, I was bleeding already. So I was like, "Yeah, just broke my nose."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah,
Nice.
this is one of the dumbest things I've done. Just broke my nose." So like, I'm laughing at myself by the time I even get to the bathroom because how stupid I feel. And then when I turn on the light, thankfully my nose is in one piece and it's where it's supposed to be. So like, okay, well, no worse. So I guess I didn't really break it. And I'm like poking it, and it's just tender, but it's not broken. I've broken enough bones to know when I break something now. So like I'm like, all right, well, it's not broken. It just looks stupid now because like it's like raw on my face
It really-
already.
Yeah, it
And I was
really does. Like there's
So I've been explaining to people now for
there's
3
no
days.
dignified story. Like you clearly didn't get in a fight.
Right.
Fighting.
Right.
Like you have brush burn on your face.
Correct. Literally for 3 days I've been explaining to people because everyone's like, "Oh my god, what happened? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got out of bed."
I got out of bed real fast.
Right.
Can't even make up a good lie
No.
story, right? Like there's nothing.
I mean, I fought a guy and he like
And he rubbed your face really hard with the palm of his hand.
right.
Like that's how the fight
He
went.
grabbed you by the head and dragged your face into the carpet.
Right.
But managed to not bruise any other part
Right,
of your
and
face.
I still won the fight.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you should see the other guy. The other guy being Gravity, who is undefeated.
He gives rug burns with surgical precision.
Right. Yeah, there's no good lie that come out of that. It's just all embarrassment all the time.
Yeah,
It's just I smashed my face
that's
into the
terrible.
ground.
You're,
Right.
You're terrible.
How are we doing on time, Nico? What do we got?
We got a minute.
We got
You guys
a minute?
never seem
got a
to know
minute.
what's going on
I
with
love
the
it.
time on this show.
I meant to push the timer, but I
He
didn't.
ignored it.
Don't.
Right. All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and jump out of here then. Big shout out to everybody. Keep in mind, we are on 104.5,
We're just gonna
106.1.
have dead air for the rest of the 40 seconds
Yeah,
before the segment
we're going
ends.
to do nothing.
Dead air.
No, 104.5,
Dead air.
106.1, the sister stations. You can hear us out online, worldwide at irlonestar.com. We are Nerd Thug Radio. Check us out at facebook.com/Nerd Thug Radio. We'll be back here in just a moment. When we come back, we're going to talk about puppy dogs and grapefruit juice.
Grapefruit juice, boys. Grapefruit juice.
Strong end.